Good morning, everyone. It's Curtis Chandler here, president of PFL, bringing you this week's Railcar energy and commodity update. Let's dive into the numbers. The Dow closed the week at 48,135 points, which was down 323 points week over week. The S&P was up 7 points, and the Nasdaq added 112 points week over week. In energy markets, WTI closed on Friday of last week at $56.56 per barrel, which was down 78 cents per barrel week over week. The Western Canadian Select to West Texas Intermediate spread is holding at plus or minus $13 a barrel, putting Canadian heavy at roughly $42.85 a barrel in Edmonton. Commercial crude inventories dropped by 1.3 million barrels and are 4% below the 5-year average for this time of year. Gasoline built 4.8 million barrels, distillates built 1.7 million barrels, and propane drew 1.8 million barrels a week over week. U.S. crude exports jumped to 4.66 million barrels per day, which was up 655,000 barrels per day week over week. According to Baker Hughes, U.S. rig count dropped by 6 rigs week over week to 542 active rigs out there. Canada dropped 7 rigs to 185 active rigs. Year over year, we are down 28 rigs collectively. North American rail traffic was down 2.93% compared to the same week last year. Carloads fell 2.73%, while intermodal was down 3.1%. 9 of AR's 11 major traffic categories posted year over year decreases. The largest decrease came from forest products, down 19.12%, while the largest increase was from coal, a little over 9%. The petroleum carloads for the week ending was up slightly week over week. See PFL's rail report for further details. We are watching a few things out there. We are watching biodiesel. Biodiesel shipments from the Midwest to the U.S. West Coast jumped 24% year over year, reaching 9,000 barrels per day. Total mid-continent biodiesel rail movement averaged 12,000 barrels per day. This is a bright spot for tank car utilization as West Coast low carbon fuel standards in California drive the demand. We are watching the UP and the NS. The UP and the NS filed their $85 billion merger application with the STB on Friday of last week. They're promising to eliminate 2,400 daily car handoffs at the Mississippi River and create over 10,000 new single lines. But opposition is mounting. The BLET Union Care came out against CP, and CN warned this creates a monopoly for certain areas of the petrochemical business and NGL movements in particular. See PFL Rail Report for further details. The fight continues. We are watching the STB. Michael Schultz was confirmed at the second term of his engagement on Friday of last week. We continue to watch the left-wing Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney. Up in Canada, Prime Minister Mark Carney finalized advanced methane regulations last week. Ottawa estimates compliance costs as about $48 per ton, but industry data shows the real numbers closer to $3,000 per ton. We'll see what happens there. If compliance costs hit $3,000 per ton, operators may shut in thousands of marginal wells. Alberta and Saskatchewan is not what they want. That would hurt manifest crude by rail volumes in a significant way. We are watching Midland. The AAR Service Council Trial 429 Midland Vacuum Relief Valves. If you've got problems with any of these, they must be removed within the next 3 years. Call PFL now to plan your changeouts before shop capacity gets tight. We are watching the weather. The Pacific Northwest got slammed with flooding last week, forcing BN to take out service. At the same time, Arctic air hit Montana and wind gusts over 100 miles an hour. Expect slower velocity across the northern tier this week. That's a wrap for this week. If you need help with valve changeout, storage, or mobile repair, flaring and cleaning, crews are ready. We have teams in Alberta, Saskatchewan, and all throughout the U.S. Please call us today. I am Curtis Chandler, and thank you for the opportunity of presenting this podcast to you. Please read our report. Be safe out there, and we hope that everyone has a Merry Christmas, and we will see you next week.